We welcome you inside of Campo Verde High School. It's a beautiful Saturday night for the FC Arizona UWS team's first match of the season, the second for the Calgary Foothills. The Foothills sit in first place of the Western Conference with 3 points after defeating Players SC 8-0 on Thursday afternoon, looking to stay undefeated. And in the win column for win number 2 of the season are the Foothills. Joining us, myself, Jack Bartlett, alongside Ryan Pozesnik and sideline reporter Trey Matthews for the call. Ryan, what do you expect from this matchup? The Calgary Foothills running a 4-3-3 formation, same as the FC Arizona, a 4-3-3 for FC Arizona, as previously mentioned, their first match this season.
Well, I'll tell you what there, Jack. It's a game of matchups right now. I expect both teams to come out aggressive. And obviously, this is a big game for FC Arizona here, being their first game of the season. And I expect them to come out guns blazing on the pitch today.
As we already mentioned, a 4-3-3 being ran by both teams this afternoon. It appears we'll have Anna Hoyer up top, as well as Anderson Williams, Sarah Kinsner directing the midfield, alongside with Kylie Norkis in the back. And FC Arizona now on the pitch themselves. Caitlin Meter will be the left back tonight. Her center back, Mia Rose Daly, Jenna Merrill, and Tatiana Lizarag, the center defensive mid for FC Arizona, as we are almost underway for FC Arizona's first game of the season. And before we get things started, we have a quick hit from sideline reporter Trey Matthews. What do you have for us, Trey?
So I spoke to FC Arizona's coaching staff, and basically they know that their backs are against the wall against a tough opponent like Calgary, and they've only had a few practices to work with. The main talking point is just be tactical and just take everything slow and see how the game progresses, and that's basically the information I got pre-game. Back to you guys.
So the kickoff underway. Not quite a minute elapsed. In FC Arizona's first game of the season, Calgary Foothills with possession. A long pass up to Anna Hoyer in the midfield. Plays it out wide, but will have it intercepted. A long ball right back to the Foothills left back. Nice little give and go there. Right back in the feet of Sarah Kinsner. It'll be Reese Kincaid who takes the throw in for the Foothills. Kincaid, pass right to her teammate. A bit of a tough touch, and FC Arizona ends up with it. A nice little give and go. The through ball intercepted away by the Foothills center back. Still trying to play aggressively, but a bit too aggressive, and a foul will be awarded for the Foothills. They play it quickly, but stolen away by the center mid. The shot for FC Arizona. It'll be Lindsay Kitson who gets underneath it for the save.
Kitson doing a nice job of getting some air underneath that ball, trying to put it into the net, but just wrong location at the wrong time.
A pass that goes awry for the Foothills, and back in possession for FC Arizona. The long ball headed away and cleared just for a brief second. FC Arizona still with possession as they look to take the throw in here. FC Arizona now looking for numbers. Able to find it that go around. The pass to Tatiana Lizarag. Now the long ball. Back in possession of the Foothills center back. A 2-on-1 that will just be cleared away. Another throw in for FC Arizona. And Ryan, it has been a lot of traveling for the Calgary Foothills as of late. As we mentioned, Players FC in Nevada on Thursday, down here in Arizona today.
Yeah, nice little West Coast road trip for him for sure.
Coming all the way from Calgary, but the girls themselves from all over the place. Marita Story from Chesapeake, Virginia. Maggie Zaxko from Peace River, Alberta. Kentville for Serena Dolan. San Luis Obispo for Kylie Norkis. All over, not just Canada, but America as well. A team that has no true hometown.
Yeah, we would also like to mention, too, that Izzy Monk, she plays for the University of Memphis, and, of course, they won the ACC championship last year for women's soccer. That's a pretty big accomplishment right there.
And quite a few accomplishments on this team, including a few of them having made an appearance on the U17 World Cup team. Monk on the World Cup in CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers. Sarah Kinzer, part of the U17 and U20 World Cup team. Clearance from the Foothills center back. Trying to take it up was Kylie Norkis, had to take it away. And it's Tatiana Lizarag who tried to keep possession for FC Arizona. The Foothills back with the ball on their foot, a play backwards. The Foothills center back still having the ball on her foot. The long ball intercepted by Gianna Green. Another long ball. Having to work quickly that go around is Izzy Monk.
Yeah, FC Arizona doing just a really good job on the defensive end early on. They only have the lone shot on goal attempt of the game thus far, and Calgary Foothills just unable to go and get anything going on their side of the pitch. So you got to tip your hat off to FC Arizona early on in this beginning first period.
As you mentioned, not a lot of offensive rhythm for the Foothills thus far. We've seen a few passes just like there up the far side. Now down the middle, a pass inside to Anna Hoyer. Hoyer gets past the defender, but it will roll out of bounds. A throw in for the Foothills here.
That was dangerous right there, too. She had an outlet ahead. Maybe could have found a player inside. And nice job there by FC Arizona to go and disrupt the momentum there for Calgary Foothills.
Looks like it was Jenna Merrill who was the disruptor for FC Arizona. Anderson Williams came in. The header won't be able to go in.
And just as I mentioned, Jack, before about this being a defensive juggernaut thus far, that was Calgary Foothills' first shot on goal attempt of the game, coming right around the 6-minute mark.
Pass on the near side sideline. It will go out of bounds off of Carissa Freyricks. Now here comes Hoyer, trying to find her teammate, Kylie Norkis. Keeps it in. Kylie Norkis in the box. Norkis with a few more touches. Has it taken away. Still battling alongside Caitlin Meter, who took it away from Norkis. A clearance, but the Foothills still with possession. Brooklyn Colvin. Hoyer tried to win the header. The Foothills still with possession in their attacking half. Maggie Zaxko plays up and in. She finds Kinzer. The pass is taken away. Jaden Berg. Shot attempt not quite on target. Well left of the mark. A whistle being blown as Berg fell to the ground on the shot attempt. And now Jaden Berg checking out of the game. Running to the sideline and to the athletic trainer. Oh, looks like there's a cut. Is there the team manager, Carla Grisdale, helping clean up Berg. Perhaps some blood on the pitch. Nevertheless, now a throw-in for the Foothills. in their defensive half. About 8 minutes elapsed here in the first half. Hoyer down the far side. One defender to beat. The shot blocked away, and it will be a corner kick, the first corner of the game. You can talk about set pieces all night, Ryan, but here, especially in the first chance, a really crucial and important set piece for the Foothills, who look to get on the board first.
Yeah, and we're just seeing them pick up that offensive momentum right now, just the last couple times on their side of the pitch. So they'll look to see if they can put their first points on the board here tonight, Jack.
Jaden Berg back in the game. So the Foothills were down to 10 players while Jaden Berg cleaned up her cut or wound, or couldn't quite tell what exactly happened. But back in the pitch, the corner gets away. Norkus tries to put it in, but just over the crossbar for a goal kick. It'll be Claire Brogdon who goes over to get the ball and for the goal kick.
Yeah, that's just another missed opportunity right there. They had Anna Haver like right in the middle there, but the pass just sailed over her head, and they tried to put it back into the net, but just unable to do so that time around.
So Brogdon able to fish the ball after it went past the track. Picks it up, and a big boot now to the near side. Goes over the head of Carissa Freericks. As now the Foothills look to take another throw in.
And this is now an opportunity to see like what FC Arizona can do defensively right now, because we've seen Calgary Foothills just picking up the momentum offensively, which that wasn't the case for the first 6 minutes of the game, but they've found momentum.
No handball called. Anika Odunge plays it up. Now a quick pass right back to her. Colvin. Now a battle on the inside. Jaden Berg wins the physicality battle and plays it out wide. Back to Bird in the middle. Berg now out wide on the near side to Odinga. Odinga dribbling up by herself, trying to find Hoyer, but plays her just behind her foot. And it'll be Monk who just gives it a quick touch out of bounds. As FC Arizona with another throw. Caitlin Meter. Monk just heads and clears it away. A little bit further back than where Meter was last time. Meter, another throw here. Able to find her teammate. A poor communication between Lizarag and Meter. As here come the Foothills working quickly. Williams has it taken away. Big boot by the FC Arizona center back. Monk with a good header and a clearance. And Williams can't quite find her teammate. Colvin can't quite find her teammate, and they will get another shot here as they get another throw in from their defensive half. So Ryan, really after that, those first 4 or 5 minutes of the game, after you brought up that it had been FC Arizona that was playing really well offensively, it's been the Foothills that have been able to get some more shots on goal, find the passes, and we've seen them with the ball on this side of the field, the Foothills offensive half, rather than FC Arizona for the last 7-8 minutes or so.
Yes, we have, Jack, and as a result, you can just see them once they're trying to get Calgary Foothills is trying to get more aggressive on their side of the pitch. We've seen that their momentum has been swaying their way, and they're going to look to keep on doing it right here. Norkus
takes it away, trying to find Williams, but her pass just a little bit too much. It'll be Brogdon with another goal kick. Exactly what you were just talking about as it was happening. Speaking the truth into existence. Williams plays it back. As now here comes Kinsner on the outside, now in the goal box to Williams. The shot in the back of the net! Anderson Williams gets the first goal for the Foothills tonight and the 13th minute of the game.
Beautiful setup right there. Anderson Williams in the right spot at the right time. And Calgary Foothills strikes first in this match.
Yeah, it was what we were just talking about, the passing, the momentum, the physicality of the Foothills in the last few minutes has just been better. Their pace, their speed has outplayed really FC Arizona, to put it simply and to put it bluntly, and that's how the Foothills are able to get on the board first as Anna Hoyer takes it away from FC Arizona. A big touch and back in possession of FC Arizona. It was only for a brief moment. Kylie Norkus tried to get there. A pass back to Norkus. Norkus up to Anderson. Williams plays it back to Norkus. Norkus in the box. A pass. A little bit of a slide tackle. Lee Tucker, their head coach, asking for a foul. There was a big slide tackle that left Norkus still on the ground.
Yeah, Norkus looks to be shaken up on the far side of the pitch there. She took a hard fall to the ground, and you can see she's trying to go and walk it off right now, but...
And now the referee signaling to stop play as Norkus still slow to get up. She got up for a second, but then went right back to the ground.
Yeah, tip of the cap there to Marita Story of FC Arizona to really go and check on her. Or check that, actually, Caitlin Meter for FC Arizona to go and check to see if she's okay. And Norkus gets up to her feet, but it looks like she'll be attended to.
So now Norkus, similar to Berg, checking out of the game, but Berg was able to come back quickly. There is a substitution for Norkus, that being Grace Hannaford. The first substitution of the game coming at around the 15-minute mark. Brogdon able to just clear it away for FC Arizona here as play resumes. A header by the Foothills trying to find Williams, but won't be enough. Hannaford with the pressure. And a big clearance that leads to possession for Jaden Berg and the Foothills yet again. Berg with some fancy footwork as she just passes it backwards. A pass up to Hannaford. Now looking for her teammate on the wide side. She finds her. The cross inside, booted away and out of bounds. Able to get another throw in here, though. It was Ondinga who Hannaford found and was able to cross it in. Hannaford now on the throw in. Ondinga on the throw. Hannaford plays and Williams. Williams back to Kinzer. Kinzer was the shot, but nothing good there. Colvin with the ball and her feet called for a foul. Definitely could have been a challenge there where play resumed, but nevertheless they will call the foul rather than letting the play go out. So Kinzer will take her part in. It'll be Monk who takes the free kick. Kinzer to the right of Monk. Monk, as we previously mentioned, an American Association champion this season at the University of Memphis. Monk plays it in. A nice curve, but just a little bit too much for Hoyer that go around, and it will roll out of bounds and another goal kick for Brogdon and FC Arizona.
Yeah, looked like that time around she was trying to find Brooklyn Colvin on the far side of the pitch, but that ball just sailing out of bounds.
This ball getting over the head of both the Foothill and FC Arizona player, and Ondinga will just play it back to her goalkeeper, Lindsay Kitson. The Foothills lose it right around the half line. Mia Rose Daly plays it back for to control possession for FC Arizona on the far side. A long ball down the line, intercepted by the Foothills. And a little bit of a rough up that go around, as both FC Arizona and the Foothills look to win the 50-50 ball. They're going to call a foul on FC Arizona.
And if you're FC Arizona right now, you're looking for any type of momentum possible, because we've seen it the last 12 minutes, Jack. Calgary Foothills has been the one picking up the tempo.
Colvin intercepts it right around in the midfield. Berg calling for the ball from Jaden Berg, but she will play it on the opposite side of the field. Now dribbling forwards and down the middle. Playing it back, trying to find Colvin. She finds Hoyer instead off of a one-touch. And here comes Kinzer, but just a little bit off the mark. A little bit too much and just behind Kinzer. Is Brogdon able to pick it up?
Yeah, a little too much sauce on that pass there. Kinzer with a great outlet ahead, but just too much.
Ondinga to Hannaford. Now to Colvin. Back to Zaxko. Now wide on the far side. Trying to find Kinzer, but Hoyer picks it up instead. She'll play it out wide to Ondinga, who speeds and sprints to get there in time. Ondinga will have it kicked away by Meter. But Ondinga able to take another throw in for her team. Right around the 20-minute mark. Ondinga looking for numbers. She finds Hannaford, who plays it back to Ondinga. Trying to play up. She'll have it kicked away by Fryrix. And Fryrix will kick the ball out of bounds. Ondinga with another throw. Anderson Williams with a nice backwards pass to Hannaford. Pardon, to Hoyer. Now Hannaford. Hannaford with a cross inside, but blocked away by FC Arizona. And once again, Ryan, we're seeing the defense, although the Foothills have been attacking and a lot more aggressive in the last 20 minutes or so, maybe even 15, FC Arizona able to get these clearances that has allowed it to stay a 1-0 game thus far.
Yes, they have, Jack, and that's going to be like the story of this first half, because that's been FC Arizona's strength up to this point, has been their defense. We've seen that, you know, outside of the beginning minutes of the game, that they were able to get some offense going, but just not as of late.
The Foothills is electing to let the ball roll out of bounds. Ondinga with another throw. Her teammates calling for her to save it. After a poor throw-in attempt, it will be now a throw-in for FC Arizona, as it ends up back in the feet of the Foothills. Izzy Monk, who plays it to Zaxko, who plays it out wide. Dribbling up and down the middle, finding Colvin. Colvin trying to get the through ball. Has it taken away, or pardon, blocked away. Passes it out wide to Hannaford. Hannaford with the shot right into the hands of Brogdon, though. Brogdon taking her time, and we'll just boot it away. A one-touch trying to find Kinzer, but it will roll out of bounds as Jenna Merrill will take the throw in here. Merrill with a big throw. A nice header by Lizarag, but no one there as Zaxko just plays it to Monk. Monk dribbling up the middle. She has a Ondinga out wide, but tried to find Hannaford instead, where the pass is intercepted. Jaden Berg back there to help her team out, the way his center defensive mid ought to play in these types of situations. A header by Hannaford. Ondinga tried to keep possession, but a nice clearance and touch from Meter allows the ball to go out of bounds. Sometimes that's what soccer is about, Ryan. The longer legs sometimes can get the job done, whether it's for the sake of speed and these kind of situations. In terms of defense, just having that extra inch or two in your legs, able to poke the ball away a little bit easier, as is the case that go around. But it appears we will get a water break around the 23-minute mark as the Foothills lead 1-0.
Yeah, you said it there, Jack. I mean, we've seen Calgary Foothills just come out aggressive in this entire first half, and I think they'll look to certainly keep that aggressiveness going out of the timeout here.
And looking ahead at our future broadcast, we have FC Arizona on June 15th at 7 p.m. And then tonight, obviously, against the Foothills, June 8th against Union, again at 7 p.m. And then 2 more games on the 15th and on July 13th. Can't forget the game against Los Angeles on July 7th. All these games at 7 p.m. unless stated otherwise as one of our June 15th games. But make sure to check us out on all of our broadcasts. And Ryan, it looks like our water break is done, something that is necessary, especially in the heat of Arizona summer. So getting a minute or two of getting to just relax, take a breath, get some water, and also it helps the coaches to talk things over with their players ahead of halftime, something that I find to be super vital and crucial for developing players at such a young age.
Yes, absolutely. And if you're head coach Brent Bentley of FC Arizona right now, you've got to just talk to your players, motivate them, and tell them to find some momentum any way possible in the pitch.
Kinzer on the outside, trying to play it in. It will be booted away or headed away by Jenna Merrill. So now right around the 25-minute marker. Still 1-0 for the Foothills. Kinzer plays it back to the girl who threw it in. A big cross, but not quite finding Grace Hannaford on the outside post. It will go out of bounds, and another goal kick for Claire Brogdon. Brogdon has had to do a lot of work today, Ryan.
Yes, she has. I mean, she has been owning the middle part of that field all game long. Tip of the cap to her, man. And she's been crucial, coming up big for her team.
Rose Daly, a pass on the inside. Jaden Berg tries to take it away. Crucial patience, though, for the FC Arizona midfielder. Hannaford takes it away on the near sideline. A one-touch from Williams to Hannaford. Williams on the rebound. Hoyer gets a touch, but it will be broken up by Rose Daly of FC Arizona. So we'll see another throw-in from Anike Odinga.
Yeah,
something that I think I just I keep repeating because it keeps happening, especially in the last probably 5 to 10 minutes.
Well, tip of the cap to Rose Daly. She did a great job of poking that ball away because that spelled trouble right there.
Williams in a aggressive battle in the goalie box, but it would roll out of bounds as the side referee signaled his flag. So Brogdon then getting another goal kick, and as she does that, a whistle being blown by the center referee. So I would imagine we're getting a do-over of this goal kick. Yep, that's exactly what happened. She finds Rose Daly, who finds Meter. Meter still with possession, but has it taken away by Odinga. Odinga with a pass to the inside to Hoyer. Bit of a long touch, and FC Arizona back with possession. Still with it on her foot, and then a big tackle, but no call or whistle. Pass outside for the Foothills. Now a long ball to Williams, who wins the battle of speed, but right into the hands of Brogdon.
Yeah, Williams just didn't have the angle that time around. She tried to go and put it in, but just good stop there by the goalie of FC Arizona.
Hannaford tried to play it wide to Odinga, but it'll be Fryrix who wins it for FC Arizona, only for a brief second. But here comes Hannaford again. The redemption shot blocked away by Brogdon, and FC Arizona gets the rebound. A clearance. FC Arizona still with possession. Fryrix, guarded by Odinga. She finds her teammate. Now Hannaford playing it back. Wide to Kinzer. Trying to find Williams, but just too much. As Brogdon able to easily get that.
Well, right now you're trying to see that Calgary Foothills is trying to set up Anderson Williams in any way, shape, or form possible. She is the one who did score that lone goal up to this point. So I look for Calgary Foothills to keep on putting that aggressiveness offensively and trying to find her in those open sets.
Zaxko wins the ball back for the Foothills. Plays it up to Hoyer. Hoyer still with possession, the pass. Pardon the shot. A little bit of a dive for Brogdon, but she finds it in her hands. A much needed interception for Zaxko, as FC Arizona had the numbers on that last possession. I think it was 4 against 3. A big boot. Headed by the Foothills. Both teams looking to win the 50-50 ball. But an extension of the arms by Jenna Merrill against Sarah Kinzer will allow for a Calgary Foothill free kick. She finds Colvin in the middle. Pass to Jaden Berg. Berg able to keep possession. Berg plays it back to Odinga. Odinga plays it out wide. Hannaford. Up the line to Odinga again. Odinga trying to find the cross inside. A little too much footwork. And it leads to another goal kick. Brett Bentley trying to get his team defensively right in terms of formation as Jaden Berg heads away the booted ball from Brogdon. FC Arizona is able to keep possession for a brief second before the ball rolls out of bounds. Williams passes it across the field trying to find Hannaford, right under the feet of FC Arizona. A clearance finds the feet of Monk. Williams now with the ball. Plays it back to Odinga. Now to Berg. To Monk. Oh, pardon, to Zaxko. Now on the far side. Colvin. Now to Zaxko. Out wide to Monk. Monk loses it. Quick 50-50 there. FC Arizona able to win it back. Just a long ball down the field, a solid clearance. But it'll be Odinga who gets there first.
Yeah, usually, when we've seen FC Arizona up to this point, they've been working both sides of the pitch, and they haven't been able to find anybody inside the midfield up to this point.
A big boot from Colvin to Hoyer. Hoyer in the box, a 1-on-2. The shot just left of the post. Had a chance of netting the second one, but unfortunately for the Foothills, it will stay a 1-0 game just under the 33-minute marker.
Yeah, tough break there for Hauer. She had a great outlet ahead and looked like she had the angle, but just put it wide that time around.
Hoyer plays it back to Hannaford. Hannaford tried to give a quick give and go. Hannaford finds it back in her feet. She plays it out wide to Kinzer. Another pass out wide. That time to Reese Kincaid. Back to Kinzer. Kinzer finds the feet of Hannaford. Plays it back once again. Out wide to Odinga. Odinga with a one-time touch. The cross taken away, but Colvin can't get there in time. And I think this may be the 100th time I've said this, Ryan, but another throw-in for Onike Odinga here.
Look, tip of the cap to FC Arizona right now. They've been playing hard defensively right now and really trying to keep this game within reach now. So hopefully they can keep up that same pressure and just make it translate offensively off the momentum.
Hoyer plays it back to Hannaford. Hannaford finds it back in the goalie box. It'll be Kinzer trying to win it back. Reese Kincaid with a big shot over the hands of Brogdon. Golasso for Calgary as they lead 2-0.
Are you kidding me, Jack? That was just spectacular. A rocket launch of a ball just going over the head of Brogdon, and it's 2-0 Calgary Foothills.
Just all around a beautiful play for the Foothills. In the right position, in the right spot, in the right space. And the opposite truly could be said for FC Arizona. Brogdon a little bit out of position, up off the line where she needed to be. The defense out of position as well. Needing to step quickly onto the ball, something that they did not do on that goal. As now here in the 35th minute, the Foothills lead 2-0. In their first two games now, Ryan, they have a goal differential of +10 after beating Players SC 8-0 on Thursday afternoon.
Well, look, this is a really talented ball club right here all the way around, and we've seen the reason why. I mean, offensively, they have just been dominant this entire first half, and FC Arizona just hasn't been able to match it offensively.
FC Arizona finally able to find possession near the goalie box of Kitson and the Foothills, but to no avail. As Kitson gets one of her first goal kicks of the afternoon, right around the 36-minute marker. A big boot. No one able to win the 50-50 ball yet. Played down by FC Arizona, but it's the Foothills who win possession. A wide pass to Odinga. Hannaford down the line. She'll play it up to Berg down the middle. Pardon Williams. Now finding Hoyer. Hoyer bursting past the defenders. The shot just under the hands of Brogdon. But similar to her first shot, just left of the marker.
Yeah, another tough break there for Hoyer. She again had the outlet ahead, was inside the box and looking to go and pile on the lead here for Foothills, but just unable to do so that time around.
Brogdon right down the middle. It'll be Colvin who kicks it away, but Merrill who wins it for FC Arizona. Pass out wide and down the line, a big boot. Zaxko able to just clear it away. Colvin unable to settle the ball. So FC Arizona with a throw in their attacking half. Something that we brought up at the beginning of the broadcast. Set pieces, Ryan. Down 2-0 in your attacking half with a throw-in opportunity. Here's a chance for FC Arizona to really get a big break. Unable to do so that time, though.
Well, they just haven't been working the midfield here, Jack. They've been just working the top sides of the field up to this point, trying to see if they can get momentum with players outlet ahead and then maybe try and work the midfield once they get down inside the box, but it just hasn't worked out for them up to this point.
Rose Daly with a pass up the middle, has it intercepted. Colvin now, her pass intercepted. Pass down the line. It'll be taken away by Berg. Berg just allowing it to roll out of bounds. So I guess she didn't technically take it away, but allowing it to just roll out of bounds for a goal kick for Lindsay Kitson. Her second in about the last 2 minutes.
But, you know, now we're finally starting to see FC Arizona have those little sparks of momentum offensively. And, look, in order for them to have a chance in this game, your defense has to translate to good offense. And we'll see if they can maybe create a spark right here.
A clearance for the Foothills as it leads to another throw-in for FC Arizona. Just about 6 minutes left in the first half as FC Arizona down by 2. Pass backwards to Brogdon. Brogdon playing it out wide. Williams applying the pressure as that leads to a big boot right into the feet of Kitson. And Kitson out of position outside of the goalie box where she picked it up, and the referee signaling for a handball. The right call, as Kitson just unaware of where she was on the field.
Well, now this is, if you're FC Arizona right now, it's your chance to go and capitalize on this moment. This is by far one of their best chances to go and put points on the board, and they have to do it right here.
A free kick just outside of the goalie box. The 40th minute, down by 2, a chance to cut the lead in half. The whistle blown. The shot just over the crossbar. A tough break for FC Arizona. Kitson with a lucky break.
Yeah, that time around, just the kick had way too much air on top of it. Maybe if she would have sailed it just a little bit more underneath the top of the crossbar, would have been able to go in, but another tough break there for FC Arizona.
Hannaford plays it back to Colvin, who finds Zaxko, who plays it out wide. Now dribbling down the line, finding Williams in the middle, backwards to Colvin, back to Williams. Williams finds Hannaford on the outside. Hannaford dribbles inside the goalie box. The shot well right of the marker.
And again, that spelled trouble there for FC Arizona and Calgary Foothills. Once they get off the break, like, they just are off and running down the pitch, and we've just seen it that they've been just much more aggressive on the offensive end in this game.
So now just about 4 minutes left in the first half. That, of course, dependent on added time. I guess I should be more specific, stoppage time. But we are getting some substitutions. Emma Nicholson coming into the game. Same with Elizabeth Knight. So Brogdon now prepares for the goal kick, and right down the middle, as per usual, Hannaford with the header. Rose Daly trying to settle it. It'll be FC Arizona who finally wins possession, able to settle a bouncing ball off the foot of Brogdon. Pass that tried to go to the outside, had just too much oomph on it, and Foothills Anike Odinga with a throw in to Colvin. Colvin plays it on the outside. A little bit too much bounce for Reese Kincaid. And it's FC Arizona who wins it in their attacking half only for a brief second as the ball rolls out of bounds. Kincaid finds Zaxko. Back to Kincaid. Now to Monk. Monk plays Odinga. Odinga dribbling down the line. She's got some time. Passes it down the line. Here to Nicholson. Nicholson with a cross that gets broken up. Corner kick coming up. The second one for the Foothills in this half. So now we wait on the ball to be retrieved to take the corner kick. As time on the clock continues to tick here, Ryan. Just about 44 minutes into the first half.
Well, and if you're FC Arizona right now, your defense has kept you in this game all the way up to this point. So you got to rely on your defense again.
Pass that gets off the marker. Hannaford with the rebound. The shot blocked away. Another rebound for Zaxco and the Foothills. Plays it out wide to Berg. Berg keeps it in bounds. Berg with some fancy footwork. Keeps it inside the goalie box. The pass inside to Hannaford. Blocked away. The rebounded shot! The Foothills with 3 in the first half.
That is just something right there, Jack. You know, they tried to, nice setup there, right position at the right point. And Calgary Foothills just with all the momentum on their side this entire first half, they close it out on a really good note as we come to the waning minutes here in this first half.
Yeah, right around the 45-minute marker, we will see how much added time will be awarded. I would imagine at least 1 or 2 minutes. A big boot down the middle of the field. FC Arizona able to hold on for just a brief moment. So now if we're looking at goal differential, Ryan, plus 11 for the Foothills in their first 2 games of the season.
And if my calculations serve me right, I believe they have probably around 15 shot on goal attempts in this game, where with FC Arizona, we've seen them about 6 of them up to this point. And so when we talk about just like how aggressive Calgary Foothills has been in this first half, the numbers right there just speak for itself.
Definitely a drastic difference in physicality and overall play here in the first half. And as you mentioned, the shot on goal telling the story as the Foothills lead 3-0. Quick free kick attempt for FC Arizona. Well, they tried to make it quick, but instead they'll take their time. Center back still indecisive. Electing to just find the feet of the Foothills. Emma Nicholson trying to play Hannaford. Hannaford can't quite get there in time. Just cleared away by FC Arizona's Rose Daly.
And I'll tell you what, Jack, that last goal that was scored by Calgary Foothills, it almost reminded me of the goal that Lionel Messi scored in the World Cup versus France when they went up 3-2 in extra play there. Just another great execution for Foothills to go and continue to pile it on here.
Certainly an interesting comparison there, Ryan. Lionel Messi, of course, one of soccer's finest, considered to be the greatest of all time by most. But there we get the whistle at 47:30. So as halftime ensues, the Foothills lead 3-0 over FC Arizona. Don't go anywhere, folks. We will take a break for halftime, but we will be right back.
Inferno TV provides students here at ASU a really unique opportunity to get experience both in front of the camera and behind the camera, and it's something that I'm really happy to see the growth of here at Inferno TV, just the opportunities that freshmen and transfer students especially have to get those reps. It's not something that's easy here at Cronkite. It's not something that's an easy field to get into, and so to be able to provide people those opportunities is something I'm really happy about.
Obviously, ASU has a lot of NCAA programs, but what people might not realize is that they also have a lot of club teams that need some coverage and allows some people to get some behind the scenes action, whether they want to be in front of the camera, whether they want to do play-by-play, ringside, sideline, or production, camera work, whatever the case might be. Inferno TV offers that to those students because I feel like you can never have too many clubs that give students real world experience.
And something we really wanted to do was not just provide students that with more opportunities, but also provide these clubs that don't get coverage with more opportunities to get coverage. So, you know, now we're covering Skyline Prep, we're covering ASU lacrosse, ASU men's soccer, FC Arizona is a big one.
And it's really just been like good because we're able to give Cronkite students experience with what they want to do, as well as providing the families of these student athletes a chance to watch them play.
Another cool thing about Inferno TV is that, again, we cover sports that don't really get a lot of coverage, so a lot of parents come up to us and they're like, thank you so much for covering us and all that stuff. And, you know, I think a huge one is whenever we're able to do things like ASU women's hockey and you see a lot of parents, and a lot of parents come up to you and say, you do great work, this is the only way I can watch my daughter, or for D2 hockey, it's the only way I can watch my son. I think that's a lot of, you know, a lot of happiness and a sense of achievement that everyone gets, and it's cool to be able to not just offer that for teams, but offer that outreach to students.
I think one of my goals for the future of Inferno TV is I'm just looking forward to seeing all of the success stories that we have that come through this program. You know, to see where it started without it being even called Inferno TV in the very beginning, to then the creation of Inferno TV officially as a club, to where it's going to grow in the future beyond when I'm here. So just seeing how it evolves in the future, seeing all the people that come through the program that go on to do great things in the professional world, that's something I'm really looking forward to. Inferno TV provides students here at ASU
We welcome you back for the second half of action between the Foothills and FC Arizona. Calgary out to a 3-0 lead, a plus 11 goal differential in their first 2 games of the season. Before we catch you up on all the action, our sideline reporter Trey Matthews was down on the sideline with head coach Lee Tucker of the Foothills with some key break takedowns from the first 45 minutes and what to expect in the next 45. Trey?
Yeah, absolutely. So he likes the effort so far from his squad, and Calgary right now is up by a score of 3-0. And I think one of the things that just impressed him the most was just the fact that they just came out guns blazing, and now they're going to try to put the game to bed. And I think that's the overall mindset I got from the Calgary coaching staff when I was down there on the pitch.
Well, thank you, Trey. We appreciate all your work with us on the sideline and all the reporting you do for Inferno TV. A solid analysis, as always. Here in the first minute, FC Arizona with possession in their backfield. So as we catch up here in the first half, Ryan, what are some key takeaways for both FC Arizona and for the Foothills in the next 45 minutes of action as the Foothills lead 3-0?
Well, a few keys for FC Arizona. Good defense, make it translate to offense. It's been their defense keeping them in this game thus far. We've seen Calgary Foothills get way too many possessions on their offensive side of the pitch. And make that translate. I mean, you got to also have better execution offensively as well. We've seen them trying to work the sidelines a lot in this game. And what you got to do is I would probably suggest just them attacking the midfield a lot more to try and set their players up through that way. As for Calgary Foothills, just you got to have good movement from your players. That was a point of emphasis that their head coach said during halftime. And just doing the basics as usual, because it's been doing just that that's gotten them in this game and being so dominant up to this point. So might as well.
Well, thank you, Ryan, for all the key takeaways. The one to really point out is the first one you brought up for FC Arizona, translating defense to offense. As you mentioned, they looked stout defensively for most of the first 45 minutes. Yes, they gave up 3 goals, but really that came down to not being able to work offensively. As the Foothills in their attacking half yet again. A big boot down the field by FC Arizona, but once again, going back to the point we were making, just a quick clearance and they're back on defense. A pass out wide. Now down the line to Hannaford, has it taken away by FC Arizona. Play backwards to her center back. Taken away by Serena Dolan. Now a throw-in off of an aggressive touch from Dolan. A throw-in for the Foothills here. Hannaford down the line for Odinga. She'll play it inside instead. That time to Story. A whistle being blown. Another free kick coming up for the Foothills. A pass on the outside. But it appears we're going to get a redo on the free kick. And it seems we have another sideline hit from the late, great Trey Matthews here.
Late great, I'm still alive.
I realized as I said that perhaps was not the best choice of words.
I'm still alive.
That perhaps was not the best choice of words.
Great, now you got more content for Chase to use. Okay.
I apologize, Trey.
Okay, like I said, I was down on the pitch, and here's a quick hit from the head coach for Calgary.
All right, Coach, you put up 3 on the board. What was clicking for you guys in the first half?
You know, I think we just had really good movement from our front players, good combinations to try and attack the opposition. You know, scored some good goals that way. So really pleased with what the ladies did in the first half there to pop some goals in the back of the net.
What's the mindset going into the second half to try to put your foot on the gas pedal and put the game to bed, because you still have one more half to play?
I think it's doing the basics right. Keep doing the little things, in terms of how we pass the ball, how we want to play. Keep playing ourselves. We don't have to change much right now. Just keep doing the basics well and let the football talk for itself.
Final one, did anything impress you in the first half from your squad?
Well, I think one of our players, 2008 born Reese Kincaid, who scored a goal for us, comes in at left back and comes inside and with a great finish. So really pleased for a young player to get to travel with us, get an experience, and reward herself with a great goal.
Back to you guys. There's the overall game plan from the Calgary coaching staff.
Well, thank you, Trey. I also, again, apologize for implying that you may not be with us anymore, because here you are in the press box. Nevertheless, in the 50th minute, still 3-0 for the Foothills. A throw-in in their attacking half. Pass inside the goalie box to Story, who plays it outside to Hannaford. Odinga with a cross inside, headed away and cleared away. FC Arizona with possession. Some nice touches. Now both teams looking to settle the ball and win back possession. It'll be the Foothills who do so. Zaxko plays up, and now a quick touch back to Kincaid. Back to Zaxko. A far pass to our other center back. Pass to Berg on the inside, now back to Zaxko. Zaxko looking to play upfield. Trying to find Kincaid. To no avail, and FC Arizona with possession. Almost taken away. A risky pass. That go around for Rose Daly. Almost taken away by Serena Dolan. A hard pass, though, and Dolan couldn't quite reel in the touch. So a throw in here. Over the head of all the girls that time. FC Arizona able to keep possession only for a brief second. Emma Nicholson all by herself. The shot just wide to the right, all by herself in terms of no teammates around. Was a 3-on-1 there with a shot just outside the goalie box. So the goal kick taken by Brogdon. Pass outside here to Merrill. Merrill trying to find her center back, but we'll just have to end up back in the hands of Brogdon after touching Dolan last. Just Jenna Merrill, the outside right back to start the half, and Gianna Green, the right center back. A header out wide. FC Arizona coming down the line. It'll be Michaela Thompson. She can't quite keep it in bounds as Reese Kincaid able to thwart the offensive effort for FC Arizona. Merrill with the throw-in. Pass backwards. Garcia can't keep it in bounds as it gets touched last by the Foothills. Another throw-in from FC Arizona's attacking half. Jenna Merrill. Throw inside the box. Right to the head of the Foothills. The rebounded attempt is a one-time shot. A big boot. Big boot, big leg, and a goal kick attempt for Lindsay Kitson. Kitson finds her left center back, Zaxko. Looks to switch the point of attack. Now out wide on the far side. Hannaford plays it inside, was looking for Berg. Now Berg with the ball on her feet. She'll play it out wide to Zaxko. Zaxko taking her time. Pass up front to Nicholson. Nicholson out back to Kincaid. Kincaid looking for the cross, but will have it broken up by Gianna Green.
Yeah, that time around, they were trying to find Nicholson right in the middle of the field. She had great position inside the box there, but nice job of FC Arizona being able to poke that ball away, and looks like it's going to be a corner kick here for Calgary Foothills to go and try and set things up again there, Jack.
So it was right around the 13-minute marker where the Foothills were able to net their first goal. Here we are in the second half at around the 10-minute marker with another big set piece and corner kick for the Foothills. As Reese Kincaid came inside looking for the short ball, the pass on the far post, a one-time shot right into the hands of Brogdon. Solid save that time for Claire. Able to roll it to her left center back, and now a throw-in attempt for FC Arizona. Poor touch, and the Foothills tried to win back possession. Pass that went awry, and FC Arizona still with the ball in their feet. Dribbling down the line is Merrill. She finds Freyricks. Pass in the middle, taken away. It's Olivia Grisdale. Now Hannaford outside. Hannaford with a touch. Now a pass down the line, a long ball, a 2-on-3. A shot. Serena Dolan with a one-time shot, trying to get the second chance. Can't quite get it to go in. Solid defense for FC Arizona. Keeps it at 3-0 right around the 57th minute.
I thought that it looked like from our vantage point there, Jack, that was just an easy layup goal there for Serena Dolan. But tip of the cap again to FC Arizona, coming out and showing out defensively here in this game. And that time there.
It was Brogdon who had to do a bulk of the work, but her center backs getting back on the line, able to get the second chance effort from Serena Dolan. Brogdon got the first block. It was the center backs who got the second. Here we sit awaiting another throw-in in the attacking half of Calgary. Reese Kincaid finds Dolan. Back to Kincaid. Kincaid with a big boot on the far side post. Hannaford can't get there in time as it will roll out of bounds, and Brogdon awaits another goal kick. Brogdon needing to play smarter here in the second half as her team down by 3. Able to do so that time with a quick pass to her right center back. Played it outside. The pass blocked away by the Foothills as it goes out of bounds, and FC Arizona with a throw.
And just like we saw towards the end of the first half, just Calgary Foothills continuing their offensive showing right here, their offensive aggressiveness, I should say, and FC Arizona just continuing to try and do everything they can defensively. And I'm going to just allude back to one of my keys for the second half. Just you got to try and make that defense translate into offense, and thus far we again just have not been able to see that.
Berg plays it back to her center back, Izzy Monk. Another long ball down the far side line. Colvin able to retain possession. Monk finds Colvin, who finds Zaxko. Zaxko just dribbling upfield, now across the halfway line. She'll just dump it on off to Kincaid, and Zaxko will lose possession as it rolls out of bounds. Emma Nicholson, the shot just outside the goalie box, wide left.
Nice shot on goal attempt there from Nicholson, but just that time put it a little bit wide of the net there, but nonetheless, it just goes to show that Calgary Foothills is just amping up their aggressiveness offensively.
Big boot and clearance. Reese Kincaid got her foot on it. No one able to settle the ball. Now going out of bounds, and the center referee signaling for an FC Arizona throw. Throw that goes over the head of Neshma Rodriguez. Now a long pass that ends up back in the feet of Kitson. She finds Zaxko. Switches the point of attack to Monk. Monk now plays it out wide. All right, back into the feet of Monk. Once again, switching the point of attack, and Zaxko. With a long leg, Serena Dolan can't reel it in. FC Arizona with possession for a second. Dolan the last to touch the ball as it rolls out of bounds. I believe that was Neshma Rodriguez who won back possession and was almost past Serena Dolan before she knocked it out. The throw-in intercepted by the Foothills. A long boot from Berg trying to find Hannaford. Hannaford wins it back for the Foothills. To Colvin. Now it's Monk. Back to Colvin in the middle. Colvin dumping it back off to Monk. Monk switching it to Zaxko. Kincaid down the line and wide if she needs her. She likes to pass inside to Berg. Berg plays it back. Once again to Monk. Hannaford back in position to keep possession after a headed ball from FC Arizona. A little bit too much dribbling, but FC Arizona still with possession. It's Kisner. Plays it back to Colvin. Now to Berg. Now out wide to Kincaid. Down the line. It's Olivia Grisdale. Pass in the middle, but a whistle being blown here at right around the 63rd minute. I believe an offside call. Brogdon plays it out wide to Chavez. Chavez unable to keep possession as Nicholson takes it away. Some physicality, no whistle called. Nicholson wins it though. She finds Hannaford. Hannaford still with the ball on her foot. Plays it back to Colvin. This pass is just a little bit too much to handle for Olivia Grisdale. Grisdale, of course, the captain of the 2004 national title winning team out in Calgary, Alberta. Reese Kincaid finds Berg inside, switches the point of attack to the right back, and now pushing upfield into the goalie box, trying to find Hannaford in the middle. But blocked away and cleared out of bounds by FC Arizona.
Yeah, that time around, they were trying to find Grisdale, who was set up there in the box in the midfield, but nice poke away there to prevent that from being a potential goal on the play.
Pass intercepted. Reese Kincaid wins it back for the Foothills. Plays it back to Zaxko, or pardon, to Monk, who finds Hannaford. Trying to find Colvin. It'll be just a little bit too much power on the pass as it rolls out of bounds. Brogdon getting set to take yet another goal kick. So now quite a few substitutions. That'll be Anna Hoyer and Anderson Williams who check back into the game. Same with Kylie Norkis. Sarah Kinsner as well. Here in the 65th minute, a few substitutions for FC Arizona as well. Emma Nicholson checking out of the game. I believe Olivia Grisdale. A goal kick just past the foot of Brogdon's teammate as it goes out of bounds for another goal kick, or another throw-in, pardon. It appears Elizabeth Knight is out of the game as well for the Foothills. FC Arizona in their attacking half. A pass in the middle. Now a fancy little backwards pass by Lizarag. FC Arizona still with possession. Lizarag. Guarded well by Hoyer. The pass.
Yeah, you know, it's understandable that FC Arizona has been attacking both sides of the field on their offensive attack because, tip of the cap, Calgary Foothills has just been dominating defensively in trying to prevent the FC Arizona from trying to go and get anything inside the midfield. Calgary Foothills has done a good job of locking down defensively in that midfield there.
Lizarag with a pass on the outside. Big boot down the line. But it'll be Monk who gets there first. Allows it to roll out of bounds. And Ryan, you're absolutely right. It's been Foothills applying pressure in their attacking half on the defense of FC Arizona and on Claire Brogdon, FC Arizona's goalkeeper, that have really allowed or enabled them to be defensively stout today, allowing 0 goals and almost thwarted the offense of FC Arizona tonight. Very little possession in their attacking half. I guess the defensive half of the Foothills, as that's who we were talking about. Berg with a big boot down the middle. Now both teams looking to settle possession here as Monk plays it back to Kitson. Right back to Monk. She's going to switch it over to Zaxko. Zaxko having a sprint over there and just clear it out of bounds. No point in trying to save that ball. And as we've said a few times, set pieces, here's a chance once again for FC Arizona to get a set piece opportunity as they're down by 3 with around the 70th minute.
Yeah, you can't afford another empty possession here, Jack. I mean, right now we're approaching the 69th minute in the game, and time is becoming a factor here for FC Arizona, and this would be a big chance here to put points on the board.
Unable to do so as the ball rolls out of bounds. Now Kitson with a goal kick of her own. One of the few she's had to take all game long here in the 69th minute. She finds Zaxko out wide. Zaxko finds Williams. Williams plays it back to Berg. Berg trying to find Hannaford. But Hannaford unable to get there in time. We have another update from sideline reporter Trey Matthews. What do you have for us, Trey?
So if you notice in the first half, there were a few players from FC Arizona getting checked out by the training staff. Nothing is wrong, but we're in the dog days of summer. It gets really hot here. It's nice and cool right now, but the main thing that the training staff told me is that they take maintenance very seriously. So everyone has to come in and make sure that they're getting checked out, staying hydrated with water and things like that. And it hasn't been a physical game, but they're taking precautions to make sure that they are ready to go since they've only had a few practices. And you definitely leave some room for injury in that sort of way. So that's what the training staff was telling me, especially in the first half, and now that things are starting to cool down.
Well, thank you, Trey. We appreciate that. Definitely an astute observation. As a former soccer player myself, I definitely cramped up a time or two, especially in the month of July and August.
Yeah, especially nowadays. It's heating up here in the Valley, so it's important to stay hydrated, and especially for these players right now, they're, you know, when you're going so hard, you just lose track and focus, and just got to always keep that in mind.
Zaxko plays it out wide. And now back to Monk. Now to Kincaid. Back to Zaxko. Right back to Kincaid. And these two just gonna do a little pass around. Finally a point of, switching the point of attack, I should say. Tried to find Williams, but the ball rolling onto the track, out of bounds off of the pitch. FC Arizona has possession. Lizarag trying to flick it on ahead. Neither team wanting to settle the ball down and win possession as it's flicked out of bounds. Kincaid on the throw in here. Well down the line, just off the mark of Anna Hoyer. It is Kincaid who blocks it out of bounds. And, you know, back to what we were talking about, Ryan, hydration, a key factor, part of the reason we saw a hydration break at around the 22-23 minute marker in the first half. As Trey brought up, it has cooled down here in the second half. Of course, night time is upon us.
Yeah, I mean,
so maybe not necessary for a hydration break, but as you were saying, Ryan.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and it's just like being a Valley native, as
oh, just off the mark. Anderson Williams trying to get the rebound, but cleared away by FC Arizona. What a shot that time by Sarah Kinsner. Here they come again. Anna Hoyer with a shot, or a pass inside the shot by Kylie Norkis, just over the crossbar. If we were playing the game of American football, that would be good for 3 points, but instead it is American soccer, so.
It only count as one if it were to be so, yeah.
Well, if it went in the back of the net, yes. But my point was it went through the uprights of the field goal posts. So still 3-0 here in around the 74th minute. Reese Kincaid with some fancy footwork, and she still has it on her feet. Cross inside, deflected away. Here comes the throw in for FC Arizona.
Yeah, Jack, to finish my point earlier, it's important, especially during the summertime and in the summer heat, to always stay hydrated. But at the nighttime, it can definitely be an advantage, especially for the home team here in FC Arizona, where they try and maybe, like, they're used to playing under these conditions a lot more than Calgary Foothills. They got to, it's go time right here, though. They got to step it up.
Shot right off of the field goal post. So that one wouldn't have been good for 3. we would have gotten the referee signal of no good. But again, this is soccer, American soccer, and not American football.
But if you're an American football fan and that happens to you, it either goes one of two ways. You're either extremely happy or extremely sad. Ain't that right, Buffalo Bills fans?
I was just about to say, wide right. Wide right.
And that, of course, was the sequence on that last play.
FC Arizona with possession in their defensive half. Now a long leg kick. It's Valeria Baca who settles the ball down. Now FC Arizona for a brief moment. A pass trying to target Anderson Williams. Able to get the ball back for her team. And now Kinsner. Back to Williams inside the goalie box. A pass inside, deflected away. Kinsner trying to get the rebound. Another shot for Berg, and once again good for 3.
Yeah, that time around they were trying to set Williams up on the far side there. It looked like she had the angle. She passed it into the middle of the box trying to see if she could set one of her teammates up to go and get a potential goal there, but missed opportunity there for the Calgary Foothills, and back into the possession now of FC Arizona.
So now we will get a free kick from FC Arizona, now in their attacking half. Therese Kincaid, who simply clears it away. And now Gabriela Chavez can't reel in the pass from her center back as it rolls out of bounds. And the throw in for Kincaid and the Foothills yet again. Zaxko still with the ball on her foot past the half line. Working towards dribbling outside, finding Berg backwards. Her CDM. Back to Zaxko. Now outside to the right back. And now, or pardon, from Monk to Zaxko. Now to Kincaid on the near side. Back to Zaxko. Now to Dolan. Back to Kincaid. Kincaid dribbling down the line, finding Williams there. She'll play it inside to Kinsner. Kinsner looking to switch the point of attack. Plays it back to Zaxko. And does just that. Kinsner down the line. Across into the box. Dolan! Just over the crossbar. So Ryan, if we were playing American football, it would be 9 points scored here in the second half for the Foothills. Unfortunately for them, it's only a 1 field goal game, 3-0.
Yeah, right you are there, Jack. And nonetheless, I mean, that's just another missed opportunity there as Dolan tried to go and put the ball in. But at this point right now, I think if you're the Calgary Foothills, you're just coasting right now.
Exactly what they're doing as Dolan plays it back to Monk. Tries to play it outside. Has it intercepted by FC Arizona. But a pass from their center mid will go out of bounds, and the Foothills with another throw-in. Still in their attacking half. Williams trying to get the ball off her foot, able to do so. Deflected off of FC Arizona, back in the right direction for the Foothills, as now Zaxko with the ball on her feet. Kincaid going down the line. Fields the pass. Working patiently and hesitantly. Nice little rollover. Down the line to Kinsner. Kinsner dribbling inside. Up to Hoyer. Hoyer has it taken away. Rodriguez now. She'll work patiently. Trying to find Baca. A rebounded chance. Here's a through ball attempt. Beating all the defenders, a one-time shot, but Kitson right there.
Yeah, it looked like that was Mia Rose Daly who had that shot on goal attempt. Just had the wrong angle there, Jack, and another empty possession there for FC Arizona. It's been the story of the game for them.
Zaxko plays it out wide. And now back to Kitson. Only about 9 minutes left as we come up on the 81st minute of play. Kinsner passes it. Now down the line. Trying to find Hoyer. Williams trying to win it back. Hoyer does so. Finds Williams. A big touch, and FC Arizona back in possession. Now both teams looking to settle the ball. Monk with a nice poke away. She now dribbles down the middle of the field. Monk still with the ball and on her feet, but she'll end up just clearing it away. Brogdon back to her old habits of just kicking a long ball down the field as the Foothills able to win the 50-50 on the goal kick. Zaxko will find Kincaid down the line. Now a pass inside. Kinsler plays it back. Now a far pass makes it to the feet of Williams. But Anderson Williams called for offsides, unhappy with the call. But those are the rules of soccer, Ryan. If you come from an offside position to an onside position, that is still considered offsides. A great call by the sideline referee. As Kinsner gets the pass off to Hoyer. Hoyer dribbles inside the goalie box. The shot right into the hands of Brogdon.
And you got to tip your cat off to Claire Brogdon tonight. She has been just money on the goalie side of there for FC Arizona, trying to come up with as many stops as she possibly can. It just hasn't been, FC Arizona just hasn't been able to get anything going offensively. And I think had that been the case, this game would have been a lot closer.
Kinsner plays down the line. A pass inside. Williams, the shot, and there's a fourth goal for the Foothills. That will probably just about do it, Ryan. 4-0 with about 6 minutes left in regulation.
Yeah, Jack, I mean, hey, just another great setup there. Williams doing a nice job coming across the middle in the box, putting in her second goal of the game tonight. And it's a four-piece here for Calgary Foothills.
A 4-for-4 night, as some would say.
Also, another stat to mention as well is that in the now this marks that Calgary Foothills goal differential is up to 12 in the early point in this season here. Just to give everybody a little tidbit of just how dominant this team has performed up to this point.
Shot far outside the marker, taken by Baca. Kitson able to easily reel that in. Here comes the Foothills the other way. On the outside, now backwards to Monk. Monk taking her time before switching it on over to Zaxko. To Dolan. Back to Monk. Played down the line. She finds Norkus. Hoyer loses it in the middle. But it's Dolan who wins it back. Berg out wide to Monk. Monk down the line to Norkus. Norkus keeps it in bounds. Norkus in a one-on-one. She's able to kick it off the feet of FC Arizona for a quick throw. Norkus takes it and finds Monk back. Down the line. But to no avail. Throw in for FC Arizona coming up. So here in the 86th minute, we will get another substitution. Carissa Freirichs coming back into the game. Melinda Lertzman checking in as well. Looks like Diane Garcia is done for the night. So Jaden Berg plays it back to Zaxko. Now back right at the feet of Berg. Up to Williams. Williams played it back. FC Arizona now with possession. Anna Hoyer with a high press. Takes it away. Hoyer trying to look for some options. The shot. And once again, Hoyer just wide of the marker.
Anna Hoyer's got to be sick to her stomach right now. That's been the story of the game thus far for her. She has just gotten so many good looks every time she's in that box there, but just another miss again.
Yeah, Hoyer's had quite a few solid looks, but as you mentioned, story of the game just wide of the goal quite a few times tonight. To be precise, I think 3 or 4 at the very least, which have led to goal kicks for Claire Brogdon. The goal kick to no avail as the Foothills working quickly here. A shot just outside the goalie box. That time going wide right. Another ode to the Buffalo Bills. We've brought them up a few times this second half.
And I can understand why, because, of course, Jack, you being a Kansas City Chiefs fan and your Chiefs owning the Buffalo Bills in the playoffs thus far. And, of course, I see you pointing to your ring finger right now because that's something
I
that
got
Kansas
a thumbs down from our producer, Trey Matthews, here. He's taken over the role from sideline to producer as Chase Beardsley is not in the press box with us, but I got a point because there was a nice little back-to-back this season. Well, Kermit the Frog has 3 rings, Trey. 3. Well, back to soccer here. A corner kick for the Foothills in the 89th minute as they lead 4-0. Pass into the box, blocked away by Brogdon. Rebounded right by the corner kick taker. Another block by Brogdon. Anna Hoyer gets the rebound. Inside the box. Pass inside. Gets past everyone. And then a wild shot. It was Maggie Zaxko with yet again another 3 points if this was football, Ryan.
Yeah, and just had to go and analyze that previous play there. It looked like they were trying to find Anderson Williams in the middle of the box there. Had they been able to do so, she would have had a great shot at a goal there, but here's another opportunity.
To no avail. Brogdon reels in the chance. We will get some stoppage time, but right at the 90-minute marker here. And there will be the 3 whistles from the center referee. Calgary takes it 4-0 on the season, a +12 differential. Ryan, what did they do tonight that really got them out in the first half, but then able to net another goal here in the second half?
Well, they just played off of their first half momentum of being aggressive offensively and continuing that into the second half, and they exploited like FC Arizona's inability to go and try and get any type of execution offensively. I mean, we saw mostly throughout the game, FC Arizona tried to go and work the sides of the field, and every time they go and try and work the middle of the field, Calgary Foothills just had the answer for it. And so FC Arizona really had no answers to the stout defense today from Calgary Foothills, and they're off to a good start in this game, in this season thus far. But if you're FC Arizona right now, you can't get too low about this because there is still a long season ahead of them. And what you just got to do is you just got to try and just put it behind you. Put it behind you. And obviously, I think in losses like this, it's hard to really find anything positive. But as I always say, Jack, it's not about getting knocked down. It's about getting back up the next week.
Well, as you said, getting back up, they'll have to do that after losing their first game 4-0. Thank you all so much for tuning in to Inferno TV. As we mentioned, 4-0, Calgary Foothills take it, and their second game of the season. The FC Arizona falls in their first game of this season. From myself, Jack Bartlett, my analyst and my broadcast partner tonight, Ryan Pesesnik, our sideline reporter, Trey Matthews, our producers, Tyler Cass, Chase Beardsley, Joe Furtado, and the rest of Inferno.